For the chakra reading, I'm going to do the inner core for you using Sea Soul Journey. First card, allow. Second one, belonging. Third one is compassion. And this is the instability. Allow, may you soften into what is, but let me go to guidebook. Cannot control everything in your life. You're not floating the energy with the universe. You're going against the tide. Perhaps you have desires. Perhaps you're trying to fix something that you shouldn't be fixing. When there's something you're supposed to fix, but you're not fixing it. So therefore, you're going against the tide. You're going against the natural energies. So you gotta watch the type of movement that you're creating for yourself. And that's what causing the instability that you're having. And you're still having a hard time understanding about your own energy, which one is natural, which one is created. But let me go back to the, it want me to elaborate that you're not living your life to have whole experience. You choose the type of life experience that you desire. So therefore, you're missing out the higher purpose of whatever you're experiencing. Perhaps you have too much preference. You have light and dislike that causing you to not to have whole experience. Now moving on to the second one, change. Belonging. May you welcome yourself home. Do you actually feel belonged here? I think it's your attitude that needs to change. May you see strength in difference. Perhaps you're judging too much. That causing you to have negative attitudes. Causing you to be, how to say it? To have good things, to have preference, to have like and dislikes, especially even toward peoples. Even though you guys we are all one human race. Why judge that? To create this type of negative differences. Are you aware you're creating differences through negative feelings? And there's a kindness word in here. How do you use kindness? Being nice? Are you doing that for specific situations? Sometimes you're not nice. If you're cursing, using bad language, it doesn't come from nice. You're choosing situations to apply what you call positive emotions. Otherwise, you're using negative emotions. Why are you doing that? Why do you have such a preferences? And this is the thing that is sad. You still don't belong here because you don't see one human race. You're still isolating yourself for differences. You're not embracing life as a true human. So I hope you see all this thing that needs to be changed. Let me jump into the last one. It's for what do you need in nurture? Compassion. May you tend to the suffering. So this is a statement here. I meet suffering with courage and kindness. But don't use courage and kindness because you prefer this particular individual or particular situation over anything else. That's called choosing. But that's not really genuine courage and kindness when you have to choose through conditioning. And that's what causing your compassion to be in the darkness. Chasity. Be mindful how you negativities to motivate yourself in this life journey. And that's why you're having darkness in compassions. And that's what causing you to have not ignite the unconditional love to truly love yourself first in that regard. And it's not practicing hate, fear, preference, differences to isolate yourself from being a true human being. And I hope you find light in this inner core reading here. That is your wood chakras. This is the message card for you from, let me see, it is from the Guardian Angel card. Is that trust? You are looking at a situation from a purely physical perspective, and therefore you cannot see the bigger picture and the blessing interwoven within your life events. Your guardian angel urges you to trust, for all will work out in the best way possible. Let go of your fear and apprehension and allow its healing energy to flow to you. Trust, for all will heal in ways you never thought possible. And this is the end of the message reading for you. This is a chakra reading for Tonya. Guide to do the inner core for you, which is from the wood chakra. It is about instability, change, and nurture. But let me go to the guidebook. Guide to use the book of shadow for you. Let me see what that is. The elements. The right use of magic. For whatever reason that you want to use that kind of magic, whatever gain that you hope to get out of it. And it's trying to tell you it's causing you to have instability because your intention is coming from personal reasons, Tonya. And you're not feeling your own feeling about this particular area. Why do you feel the way you feel? Why do you want to use magic? Why are you diving to the unknown world? For what purpose? Do you understand yourself in this regard? And that's causing the instability here. And that's, let me jump into the next one here. The Fool card. Protections. provide a measure of protection for yourself. That sense of feeling, having this magical connections. They still talk about the magic that you using it for. And there's a protective feelings. So this is the feeling that you feel this so-called privilege. Try to find a way to explain it to you, Tonya, because you feel special privilege having this magical connection in the spiritual world. Having this special, I don't want to use a psychic ability. Intuition is not a psychic ability. So the special abilities, I'm going to call it, okay? And I'm going to use the term magic as well. It's interchangeable from a spiritual perspective. The way you see it, the way you feel it, and you try to use it for your own personal gain. And it's also for personal protections as well. Like perhaps it feel like give you a blessing. Perhaps it feels you like direct you to good directions. What is considered good direction? It's the way how you define what is good for you. But doesn't mean it's the truth of the matter. It's try to tell you that you need to change this type of attitude. Otherwise, you're going to stuck in this path of unable to reach for your higher self, unable to connect to the higher purpose. Why are you even on this path? When I say this path, I'm referencing to the spiritual journey. How much are you aware that you're on spiritual journey? And let me jump into the nurture one. If I'm able to put this back up here without falling apart. This is a 10 of air. Let's talk about psychic reading here. Psychic readings can provide some possible futures, provide some spiritual guidance, perhaps provide some alternative futures. If you are manifesting it, then it will create alternate future. Sometimes readings are not here to guide you to whatever you desire. Reading is sometimes to let you see your own darkness so you can have a better understanding of why you should manifest through desires. Let me channel a little bit. I'm confused here about your guardian intention with this card. Why you want me to talk about psychic readings? You need to have the right use of psychic readings. Psychic reading, it's not a bad thing to have, but you need to understand your intention on why you're getting a psychic readings. And she should nurture using psychic readings, but however, she need to change her intention in order to have stability out of that. Otherwise, you're going to keep misaligning. Otherwise, you keep having this so-called losing your core, not having alignment to your higher self. You will continue to attract negative energies that isn't good for you in that regard. Is there anything else I need to elaborate here? I'm going to end it here for you. May you find light from your spiritual guardian in this readings.